through 9th.
Yes,
You write that up there. I'll forget.
Hey, I got a question for you. We're not on there yet, are we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Can you make the text bigger for the
Oh yeah, for the.
so we can kind of see them as we're going? The actual text doesn't get bigger, does it?
No.
Nah, never mind then. You can keep it small.
Does Zoom work?
Come on.
We got our.
Just a little. Come on, DS.
What? Why do I have to? What?
You are starting.
DS. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm stirring up trouble
quick,
for you.
like a
this
one.
is the kind of trouble you want me to stir
Peter
up.
just left the building like an hour
By the
ago.
way,
Yeah, we're live.
That's fine. Hi.
Hey everybody! Apparently we're live.
All right. We ready to start?
Go with
I
it.
think we're ready.
Go for it.
So are you guys going to field questions? I'm Mark Andersen. I'm the new game director, and thank you, golf clap. And Jens Andersen, you guys should know,
I'm still the creative director.
he is still a creative director. And we are both Andersons that are not of blood relation, as may have been on the Facebook invite.
That's true.
So, yeah.
That's true. 2 Andersons on patrol.
That's right.
All right, so we got a couple questions that we're going to field from you guys today, but we also have some stuff we want to kind of cover, right?
Yeah. We want to talk. Especially want to talk about Game Update 3, which is
right.
coming out, and some of the gameplay that's in there that should be coming online soon for y'all. And maybe we can talk about a few other things that I think people want to talk about.
Sure. Take some questions too.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to take some questions from people. So,
Well, let's kick it off with Update 3, what we have coming for you in this next update. And
Yep.
there's some really cool stuff. A little while ago, we introduced a Two-Face challenge mode for everybody, and
Yep.
we've sort of upped the ante here, and we're doing a Two-Face duo now, which is all full of some new iconics for you and some new challenges.
yeah, I specifically wanted Jens to talk a little bit about the Clayface edition that's in there. I think it really delivers on the character a lot more and in a way that we haven't been able to do prior to this. We had a lot of great effects work done for that, and Jens did some great ability work, and it's a fantastic fight.
So basically, in the original Two-Face episode, you're going to go through, you kind of take the chance of going left or right and fighting the different avenues that you can take to get to Pengbot Maximus, which is Penguin's
And you
sort
said
of
penguins.
uber
Yeah, you said
robot.
penguins wouldn't work.
Oh, I did. I'll go on record and say that I thought that mechanical penguins might be a little
Little too
silly
much.
for us. But
It's a
he
fair
proved
point.
me wrong. I just didn't want them with candy cane rockets on their backs. So
No.
we're good. They shoot lasers from their eyes. So
Anything with
cool.
laser beams for eyes.
It's very good. So anyway, instead of fighting Pengbot Maximus in this one, we actually substituted Clayface in there, which is a really cool thing. He's actually disguised as Two-Face at first and then reveals his deception, and you get to fight Clayface in all his glory. It's really cool. We've had Clayface in the game. I think Heroes fought them in one of the Big 6 episodes,
Right.
but not like this. We actually took him to a new level here. He's transforming into a more liquid state too, becoming a big puddle on the ground, and all these like really cool limbs that he's forming with various weapons on them are flying out of there and hitting you. He transforms into various other iconics in the Bat family, whether they're hero or villain, and also fights as himself. So he goes through a whole bunch of different phases and things, which are really cool.
It is, and it is one of the things that, when we go back and we do these different game modes for some of the content that we've already done, we always try and add things that are new to that as well. But a lot of that is, we're not really trying to convince you guys that that's not, that this is something completely new. We try and add new things in there, but we're also trying to make that accessible to people who maybe hadn't been able to play it as an 8-man raid or as a 4-person alert. So we try and give a lot of people different accessibility options to find some of those iconic places, to fight some of those characters that they really want to see and pay off on the license.
The end fight gets a little harder too in the duo mode with Two-Face, because unlike the challenge mode, where you might go and fight Bane or you might go and fight Hush on the one side, if you fight Bane in the duo, then Hush actually shows up as sort of a sub-boss in the Penguin fight, and vice versa. So there's some differences there in terms of the tactics of that main boss fight at the end as well. So a lot of new things coming into that Two-Face duo, which should be really fun.
Definitely, and I think there's there's a lot to like about the map layout and some of the secret things that are hidden through there, the different pathways, and really trying to deliver something that does have options to feel new and not the same thing. It's a little bit different each time you play it, and trying to give you as much of that as we can in the end game for sure.
Try and find all those bird statues. Have you found them all? I don't think so. All right, what's next to talk about here?
We're going to talk about Ra's Ghul.
Who?
Ra's Ghul. Ra's Ghul.
There's been a lot of debate on whether or not you pronounce it Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul. So let's take a little poll right now between all of you watching. I'd like to get some votes here. Whoever thinks it's Ra's al Ghul, what should we have them type?
R-A-Z.
Yeah, R-A-Z. And if you think it's Raish, R-A-Y-S-H.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let's see what's going on here.
Rash,
a lot of Razes. Raz. Raish. There's a Raish.
No. Raz is old school. This is like that guy that was in the movie that changed his name to Rafe.
Look at all those Razes. All right, well, everybody who said Raz, R-A-Z, Raz, R-A-S, you are so wrong. It's not Raz. It's
there's something for everyone. You're going to say Raish, I'm going to say Raz.
Okay, that's true. Well, but I'm right.
Okay.
So Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say it. Let's just call him Al Ghul from here on out. Mr. Al Ghul will be trying to cleanse the world of all of humanity's corruption yet again, much like he did in Batman Begins, right? That was sort of his shtick. But we have gone even farther. We've thrown in some comic book elements to the character, right?
Yep, that's right. And
lots of ninjas.
The Lazarus pits are there. Everybody's got to love ninjas.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's well, you want to tell them a little bit about the setup for that?
Sure.
Because last time I did it, apparently my word choice was poor.
Oh, well, yes. You can go into that later. If
yeah, okay. I'll bring that up later.
Basically, what we did was we tried to think of a bunch of really cool things that we've seen that involve ninjas, right? I always loved Ninja Scroll when I was growing up, like the Seven Demons of Kimon. These ninjas that have these really cool individual powers. There's a lot of anime out there popular right now, Naruto. Each of them have their own, new jutsus and things like that. So we thought that was kind of perfect for our game, given the, really exciting action combat that we have. So what we did was we made up this group of ninjas called the claws of the demon. Raish is actually known as the demon's head. So we were like, all right, well, if he's sort of the head, then what are the claws?
You gotta have your claws to do the dirty work.
Exactly.
Right?
So players kind of start out invading this mountain stronghold, which is going to be the center of this ritual that Raish is trying to perform. That's going to sort of cleanse the world somehow using the Lazarus pits to get rid of humanity. And you got to go in there and stop him. And the whole thing starts off with a really cool bang. You face off against his elite henchmen right away at the beginning. And the choices that you make as a player at that moment, which of those ninjas you're going to take out, they kind of unfold and affect things later.
Yeah, they do. And again, in sort of trying to build that gameplay experience that's a little bit different each time, that your choices matter, that's something that we really want to keep continuing to try and pay off on. And this is just the start of some of that. And,
if you're familiar with Ace Chemicals, there's some randomness in there, right? People actually go in and you don't know what wing you're going to go down, and when you go down that wing, you don't know which sub-boss you're going to get. We've been trying to capitalize on that because that was a lot of fun. Players, you guys seem to really like that. So what we did was we actually, depending on which of those claws of the demons you take out in the beginning, determines which ones you're going to face later, and they get much harder as you go through. We've definitely... There are some easy combos and some hard combos, and we've put in some feats if you choose to go the hard route. Then we'll give you some extra rewards for that.
Yeah, the difficulty is definitely a lot more there. I mean, if you don't have a group that knows what it's doing, I mean, you have to have a pretty good group to do this, and I mean, we found that in our own testing of this as well. Yeah,
so it's a lot of fun, and of course you get to take on Raish at the end. He kind of starts out the fight and very trained combatant, and when you take him down...
In the classic cape.
In the classic cape and everything, yeah. And then when you take him down far enough, he's going to resort to using
taking his shirt off.
And he gets big and brawly and goes insane, so that's a lot of fun too. Mark seems to fixate on the taking the shirt off part. I'm not sure.
No. That's Matthew McConaughey that fixates on taking his shirt off. We're just following the books. I mean, we couldn't give you classic Raz without giving you both caped Raz and shirtless Raz. I mean, that's part of the deal.
And by the way, the Ra's al Ghul content. Oh, you guys got me. You brainwashed me. All right. So anyway, the Ra's content basically is a 4-man alert. So you're going to be going in there with 4 of your friends. That's how big of a challenge it is. Well, hopefully you're your own friend. So, you don't hate yourself, right? All right. So 3 of your friends get together and go in there and take on Raish himself.
Yep.
So that's very cool.
What else do we have in there? I know one of the other bits of content we wanted to talk about was, what else?
Special event.
Yeah, that's right. We do have the special event in there. We have Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing. I think I know on the forums there was quite a bit of excitement about getting Swamp Thing in there, and I think when we had an opportunity to use him, we were really excited about that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were pretty shocked. It's a Vertigo character, so it's not really in our purview, even though he's come into DC Comics a few times. And thankfully, we got to use him. And it's great because it coincides with some of the Brightest Day stuff that's going on with Swamp Thing right now as well. So he's been kind of a focus and a featured character in DC Comics, in that storyline, and we've got one going for him too, which is basically a fight between him and Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy has decided that she wants to be, tap into the power of the green, sort of be in charge of the Parliament of Trees or whatever, whichever angle you want to look at it. She wants Swamp Thing's mojo. She wants his position, his power over nature and the plants. So, she's trying to bump him off the throne. So villains will help her try and achieve that goal, and heroes will help Swamp Thing, try and keep her from doing that.
Right. So needless to say, he's none too pleased about this, but I think the key thing for us here is that we really wanted to take a chance to be able to capitalize on that character, and I think it's the start of hopefully more with him. I think it's a character that we really like, and that we can introduce a lot of people to. So even though his current usage in Brightest Day may not be solely reflected in the content that we're doing right now, we're really trying to build our own stories, and as we do with all our characters, to introduce those to an audience that may or may not have had exposure to those characters before.
Yeah, well, a lot of people ask us for years, actually, up before the launch of this game, and then even afterward, are you going to be in line with the comics? And we definitely want to be in line with the characters that they're focusing on in the comics. For instance, Swamp Thing came up for us as a really good fit for spring, and they were using him in Brightest Day.
Exactly.
So it's really great to sort of, people are seeing him in the comics, and they're also seeing him show up in the game. It doesn't mean that we're necessarily going to do the same story that they're doing in the comics. We have our own canon, our own sort of continuity, and we need to have the freedom to develop that. But we still want to, hit those chords that you guys are seeing in the comics, those notes that you're seeing in the comics, kind of develop and get those into DC as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when DC, it is the full DC license, and we like to pay off on those characters. So if there's somebody that DC is really pushing forward with, and that they're getting a lot of attention, that's good for us in the game, and we like to give fans that experience too, even if it's not paired 1-to-1.
All right, have we forgotten anything specific?
About the duo?
The Two-Face duo?
We talked about the Two-Face duo.
We good? Can open up some questions?
Yeah, we're good.
You want to do some questions?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Okay.
All right. We have some moderators here that have been watching all your questions that you've been throwing up previous to this. So, if you have something pressing that you want to get answered, go ahead and throw it up. If we missed it, keep putting it up there, and we'll try and get to it as quick as we can.
Yeah, and much to their chagrin, I like to read them as they scroll by too every once in a while. Just so we really are live, so keep the hate mail to a minimum. No, you want to do the first one? So the first question is, would we consider the ability to purchase other mentor gear?
Consider ability to purchase other mentor gear. Yeah, actually, this is interesting. So we talked about Origins, and Origins have previously had some restrictions in terms of what you can and can't put on, which we are releasing.
Yeah, that's something that we want to pull. We want to let you get some of that gear that you've been lusting after, either doing a drive-by in Hall of Doom, or in the Watchtower, and we know there's a lot of gear that people are responding to and they want to be able to use, but there's a restriction to that, and we're trying to pull some of those back so that people can look at buying some of that gear.
Especially because our gear is not only just stats, it's appearance stuff too. So those of you that want to go ahead and try and collect things that are outside of your Origin at launch, you can go ahead and start doing that now. Yep. So that's really cool.
Next question, what about a clock function on the mini-map? I've actually seen a lot of these. I know some of you guys may have seen that we've been trying to get back and have more of an appearance on the forums and be a little bit more visible to y'all. And let you know a little bit more about what's going on here in terms of development and the things that we're working on, and a lot of it is just, you know, knowing that we do see your questions and that we do hear your concerns about things. So I've seen this one pop up. I actually don't know why we haven't put one on there.
Let's do it.
I don't see why we wouldn't give you a clock on the UI. Again, I know it's not one of those massive, you know, like, oh my gosh, this outweighs a lot of other features. But I don't right now know of any restrictions that would keep us from throwing a clock in there so that you can tell how many hours you've been playing the game and continue to play more.
Let's be jerks and make it military time, though. That'd be awesome.
No. We'll be jerks and we'll make it in the same font that we make everything in. No, I actually, we do have some stuff coming in the next update with resizable text size in the chat window. And, sorry?
Kryptonian clock.
A Kryptonian clock.
Oh, I like that.
Wow,
They
I
have
like that.
26-hour day cycles, so people are going to get
Debbie Sue is
confused.
upping her nerd cred by the minute right now with the Kryptonian clock. Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of players have asked for. It's kind of a simple thing, but it is something that we want to do. The resizable text size and chat is something that we're looking at, and I went in and actually started answering some UI questions today and looking at those things, and that is something that we're ongoing. We're looking at all the time and trying to improve. So, you know, bear with us. It is something that we're working on. So yeah, clock, I think we could maybe put that on the list.
Oh, I'll answer that top one. All right, somebody wanted to know if Stephanie Brown was going in. Maybe someday. So
do you want to tell people who Stephanie Brown is?
Yeah, so Stephanie Brown is a character that actually was known as the Spoiler when she first came out, and now she's the new Batgirl.
Okay. Was that SJ? Did SJ just ask that question?
I don't know. I don't know. We do have a Batgirl that model that we made, but it was the Cassandra Cain version. I'm not sure if she's made an appearance yet.
I don't think we've used her yet.
So there is some Batgirl possibilities in the future. We don't have a Stephanie Brown version of that right now. I haven't really introduced her character at this point, so no plans yet. But we're a live game. We're constantly looking for new great stories and content to add to the game. So she's definitely a possibility. Batgirl's a great character to have. But we've been very Bat focused since launch. A lot of you have picked up on that, and that was by design. But we're going to be shifting over to some other characters in the near future, possibly. Somewhere. Sorry. I'm just stretching. I'm just stretching.
No, you're still good. You're still covered.
Yeah. No, just stretching. So we're going to be adding some more content in the game that focuses on some of our other Big Six characters, and you'll notice that the updates had a lot to do with the Batman's Rogues Gallery. And so as we shift to other characters, those content updates will actually shift to Rogues Galleries and other characters that are with some of the other Big Six guys. So we'll be making a shift soon. So will she be in? Maybe someday. No plans right now.
Yeah, right now we are trying to deliver on as much of the universe as we can. We know people are familiar with a lot of the Batman-focused content that we've had, and we know that's what a lot of folks were after. We do try and double up on our streams as much as possible, so when we do something like the Batcave Raid, we do try and give you something like the Batcave Legends map, and we'll continue to do that as we create new gameplay situations for you guys.
We have another couple guests around, not on camera, and
sorry if we're looking off screen.
There's a question that keeps coming up, spamming, which I think Lauren should answer.
What is it?
ETA, when is update, when is update, when is update, mega server, ETA. I keep seeing it over.
Is it the same person?
No, it's different people.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon is the best answer I can get for you right now. Soon, no.
We're as soon as we can. They are very close.
They are close. We're trying to get that out as quickly as we can. The mega server, for I think most people know what that is. We don't call it a server merge because the technology is a little bit different than that, and in our mind it is a little bit better than that, because the idea is to get as many people with as few as restrictions together playing as possible. That does mean that if you're on a PvE server and I'm on a PvP server, that if we queue for an instance, that flag doesn't matter, that we will let you do that piece of gameplay together. So that means that Previously, 2 people that would have been on a PvP and a PvE server could play the same alert now. So it's all about trying to have the minimal restrictions for you to play with your friends. And
So one of the things that, I mean,
Tired of soon.
what's that?
Tired
There's that-
of
yeah,
soon.
well, let's explain this a little
Give
more
him
to you guys.
something-
We've
well,
had
wait,
that-
he can
we've-
do that if I
Give
can
him
have.
something
I've got
better
a.
than soon.
Well, here, let me
Within
give
the
you guys
next
a little
couple
background.
There we
he
go.
says he says
within
the
next couple weeks.
But you know, we had our outage, and we've been moving, you know, really quickly behind the scenes here and continuing development on the stuff we're working on. But we do have external approvals and all sorts of things like that, which
So, yeah,
you know,
some of
slowed
those-
down a little bit because of our outage. Otherwise, we'd like to have this in your hands right away. So.
Yeah, I you know, some of these things are out of our control, and so we hate to give you all a specific date and then not be able to deliver that. So you know, that's some of it. We're not specifically trying to be vague with you, and you know, I think that will be. Lauren's been great about being on the forums. If you guys have seen Dead Meat out there, I think I've seen several things that we're very happy about. You know, his sort of candid responses about stuff, and that's something that we're looking to try and continue as much as we can.
No new tier gear. Somebody's asking about tier gear. There's no new tier yet. That will be coming later. We'll be making announcements on some
Soon.
future updates soon. No, I don't want to. During the summer, we'll be making some more announcements. So look ahead to that. But we will be adding some new gear to the game. It's not a new tier, but there is going to be some League of Assassins gear to go with the Ra's al Ghul content, so you guys can get your ninja on.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we bring ninjas to as broad a market as we can. So that'll be coming with that next update. We have another question. Will players be able to earn iconic symbols and emblems? And this one's been on the forum, and I was going to answer it there. You already can in terms of the iconic
gear.
the raid gear, the PvP gear that you can get. And I don't mean that as a cop-out. So that is some of DC's most important intellectual property, right? The way those symbols are used, how they're used. We had a lot of great partners. Jim worked with us really closely on that. That was actually his baby. We were designing gear that was not iconic in any way, and he was like, why aren't we leveraging this stuff? And he really helped us get that stuff through, and we feel like it's a great use of the license. Being able to put that out in terms of the casual wear is another use that we can continue to do. But just giving you a pure symbol, because we don't know, color and symbology are very, very important to DC, and understandably so, and we need to be respectful of that. So straight up, I can, you know, grab whatever symbol of the hero or villain of your choice and be able to throw it on your chest. That isn't something we're going to be able to do in the near future. So sorry to quash that one directly, but I'd rather do that than keep that one going. We do think we gave you some great avenues to do it in terms of the raid gear and the PvP gear.
Masks are close.
What else? Fanfare. Fanfare is coming up July 7th through 9th in Vegas. Vegas, baby, Vegas. Can we tell them that there'll
You
be
guys
some?
gonna be there, right?
Yeah, we'll be there. And last year, I kind of made a
Jens will be
promise
there.
I'd wear a costume, so I might wear a costume. We'll see.
Something form-fitting for the fans, right?
Yeah.
So
the
a Kyle Hill special.
Oh boy. I do have a Joker outfit, but sadly
It's quite a Joker
I look
outfit.
a little more like Cesar Romero than I do Jim Lee's, but I'll get by. You guys will forgive me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Tell them,
The fanfare item.
Yeah.
tell
The
them
only
about that.
item.
Oh yeah, there will be an exclusive item. Can I tell them what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't show them what it
It's
is.
going up on the website.
It's
Okay, it's going up
Ooh.
on the website. So we were going to try and give you an item that was mostly okay, and so we worked with some of the folks in marketing and PR, and so the item we're giving you that hopefully is the start of a long and continued train of such items is a sequined jacket specifically for Vegas.
Baby sequin jacket.
Yes, Debbie Sue wants to make sure that I remind you that it is the Vegas Baby Vegas jacket. It is actually really cool. We wanted to give you something that was a unique style from that. You know, obviously we're not going to give away the farm there, but we think it's something cool, and that's only going to be for right now. That's something that's only coming from your attendance at Fanfare. So we'd love to see you there.
What are the stats on that, Mark?
What are the stats on the sequined jacket?
Oh yeah, come on,
Those-
system
those-
guy.
yeah.
Tell us what the stats are. Yeah, you're really going to a strong point right
Yeah.
there.
So the
I do
stats
know
on the
better with
sequin
that
jacket. Yeah, no. You can tell them what the stats on the sequin
I
jacket
would
are.
do no better. With
I
that
doubt
question.
that the sequin jacket will have stats.
Oh.
But
It's just an
we'll
appearance
see.
thing?
It's probably just an appearance thing.
I saw a question go up there a second ago I wanted to answer. Can you scroll up?
We need an I Survived the Crash hoodie.
Oh, here it is. Who is it?
Did somebody really ask that?
More second. I don't know what it is. I can't see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
far.
be careful.
He wants to know if we're going to fix existing content also. The answer is absolutely yes. In fact, if you go to our forums right now, Tony Jones put up a thread the other day so that we could get you guys to kind of tell us where the most, broken stuff in the game is right now that you're running into. It's really important to us that we fix a lot of areas, right? We have a lot of new people that are still coming into the game.
Right.
When this summer we're going to be launching an effort to get even more people back in there. So what we're doing is making sure that that leveling content you guys went through at launch, where there were some rough edges in a few parts, we're fixing those. We're definitely getting into the end game loop and spending the time on making sure that those duos, those alerts, and those raids that you guys are running each and every day are also, or each and every week in the case of raids, are also fixed, and we're focusing on the new content. That existing launch content is still very important to us. We want you guys to be able to have fun experiences making alts. We want you to bring your friends in and for them to have a great experience as well. So that stuff is being addressed and is being fixed.
Yeah, and we know, and we want that population back in the cities too. The mega servers are going to do a lot to that. We're very, very happy to be back up and running, and we can't wait to see those cities full again. We love the incidental PvP that happens there, and we're actively looking at ways to get more folks in there. And we know that fixing some of those things that have been broken for some time now is a good way to do that. So.
And Morzakin also followed it up with some UI improvements. Yes, there's been a lot of UI improvements. In fact, when you see the release notes for this update, you're going to see huge changes. There's been optimizations and just general fixes of bugs. It performs better. It's more it's a lot of fixes on that front. So
Voice chat, social menu.
Yep.
Voice chat and social stuff is definitely getting better. Like we talked about the text size, we know that that's been an issue. We're actively looking at that, and that's been ongoing. Especially for those folks that are playing on television sets. We know that can be an issue for you. Again, I answered a post today, and the more information you can give us about that, the better. I can't guarantee you a date or when that will be fixed, but we're definitely trying to look at those things and give you the best experience possible. So.
And I saw him say thank you for the answers, so you are welcome. He also told us to stay on point about 20 minutes ago, so I figured we better listen to this
Tony?
guy.
No, the other guy. Stay on point.
Guy's questions we've been answering.
That?
Stay on point. Who cares? I'm like, okay, I better answer this guy's questions.
No. It's kind of random free for all right now. I saw something about a I Survived hoodie, which I think is a great idea, and we would love to give you something like that.
Definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
Are you stretching now?
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
You can mention that we're going to have an exciting summer and we'll be out and about with things
What,
to
on the
do.
lake or something? Or
Yeah.
what are you talking about? All right, well,
Here in town or like globally?
Globally.
all right, we have a lot of exciting things in store for you this summer. How's that, T.S.? That good?
Sell it, man. Sell
All right,
it.
let's get back to the questions.
So let's see. Let's go through some of the ones that have been up here for a little bit. Add leaderboards. I think a lot of that's definitely been something that we've talked about. Again, that's something that we'd like to do. Again, we're always dealing with our ability to deliver you the stuff as quickly and at the best quality level we can. Sometimes that means stuff takes a little while. I know, everybody's, bug or everybody's feature is something that they want to see sooner. We want to see those too, and we've got to make hard decisions about what we put out and get to you all first. So we're trying to do that as quickly as we can.
There was a question that came up, and it was about platform-specific DLCs. At launch, we definitely had some deals depending on where you pre-ordered from. You would get some special items. So there was a question. I'm going to ask Debbie Sue that for you guys. But do we have any plans for platform-specific DLC items?
No, not at this time.
She says no.
I think it's a good idea, though, something to definitely think about.
But she likes your idea. Your check's in the mail.
Loadouts on gear style, which is a cool one and is something that we've talked about. Again, just to let you know that we're thinking about it. We really like our style system. We like those sets of gear that we're able to offer. We know that a lot of people like to develop multiple looks, and we like people being able to switch between those. We'd love to be able to do something like that in addition to being able to make complete sets out of those things as well. So again, that's something that we would very much like to do. We've got 2 more up on the board that we can probably do together. PvP plans and new Legends characters. PvP plans kind of goes hand in hand a little bit for us with new Legends characters. I think you know, there's been a lot of questions on the forum. Have we forgotten about PvP? No, we haven't. We have a lot of the developers here are really into the PvP side of the game. We know it's one of the things that that people really like to do. It keeps the game fresh. It's always different when you play through. So
we've certainly been spending a lot of time trying to bug fix systems that we had with bugs in them for PvP.
Yep.
Right? Any exploits. That's been our major focus on the PvP side for right now.
Yep.
We haven't developed any new maps yet for it, if that's what you're asking. But we also have been, to segue into Legends PvP, adding characters here that will be available to you soon as well.
And we would like to start those Legends characters transitioning into whatever new sort of content we might start doing down the road.
I see there was a question about the beta emblem, and the beta emblem
This is an issue near and dear to WCUO's heart.
Ready to go. The beta emblem.
When is the
ready
beta
to go
emblem?
As soon as we
Just soon?
very soon.
Very
Once
very
we
soon.
get the schedule, we can schedule that in. We can schedule that in soon.
WCUO is going to pencil you in for the beta emblem. We know that we.
It's ready to go.
Yeah, it is ready to go, and we're sorry. We know that there's been delays on that, and we'll try and get that to those of you folks that participated in beta because it was very helpful to us.
Thank you.
What else? Arkham Joker. Did it just say Arkham Joker?
I don't know what that means.
Can they get it?
Oh, it's a PvP Legends character, that Arkham Joker you're talking about?
Yeah.
Play hard. Beat up your enemy. Actually, I don't remember the specifics of that unlock. I'm going to have to go look for that.
I
Yeah.
don't have anything to say.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't have
Honestly, I'll
enough to
tell
be
you, I
able to
don't
give you the
remember the
specifics of how to
specifics
do
of
it.
it. But maybe that's something we can...
We can try and post
find
more
out
about
for
it
you.
on the forums.
We'll look
and,
into it.
and try and get back to y'all on that. One more. How about, I know this is probably
New
a bigger
power
one.
sets?
New power sets. I think that's probably a bigger one for folks. We want to do more power sets.
We sure do.
We know we've talked about electric. We know we've talked about earth.
Mhm.
We know we've talked about, what's the other one?
I don't know.
It's I can't remember what the other
God,
one
if I
is.
could only remember.
If I could construct a picture of it in my head.
Constructing a picture would be good.
It will happen at some point.
Our marketing
but
people are having a heart attack in the corner right now.
somebody get out the defibrillator.
All right. Well, you know, Mark and I have done the best we can to give you a few hints about what you might be seeing in the days to come. So far, we haven't been shot off screen by our very powerful marketing person. Now I understand why Chris did this all the time. The pressure.
Yeah, the pressure is great. I mean, it's good that it's cold in here because once you get rolling on the interview, it's
But we can't really tell you any more right now about that. But we do have some exciting things planned down the road for some great new improvements and additions to DC Universe Online. And many of those will include some cool powers and cool places and cool characters for you to see.
And I'm even going to dredge up one that I know has been popular on the forums, which was Might and Mastery, which our own Mark Kreitler got a considerable amount of heat for. I actually posted on a thread about this on the forums, which I thought my head might explode, but it turned out okay. We're aware that people want to make these types of characters, and we've had many discussions about which characters that people are going to want to make from the DC universe, characters that they want to be like, characters that they want to emulate those powers, and we want to deliver those to you. We just need to figure out the best way to do it in a way that's competitive with our other power sets and that really delivers on that fantasy. So. We're not going to do anything halfway, and sometimes that just takes us some time.
They want to see you, Debbie Sue.
No, after that last comment, there's no way.
Somebody pan the camera. Come on.
I came up with the Vegas baby jacket.
Now wait
No,
a second.
I didn't
We can
come up
show
with it.
it's what's behind door number 1 or what's behind door
No.
number 2.
All right, do
Is
we have
that- is
time
that
for
fair?
one more
No?
good
You
question?
can-
All right,
very
just a
last
quick-
second.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Okay. You
I'm gonna
tell
see
me
the
when
best
we're
question.
on our way out, Tony, and we'll give them a special little.
Debbie. That's not a question.
And that isn't
Can't
a
do
question
anything
at all.
with that. Oh my God, they're going so fast. I
You
can't
got, you,
make them
got,
out.
you got fans. She's got fans.
Yeah. you
No,
just-
I wouldn't call them fans.
I have one. There
Oh,
was
secret
You've
ID.
got lurkers.
there was one about why are we so secretive about dates and the content on the updates and everything like that. We do have a lot of partners. We do need to make sure that we respect their licenses and their wishes on these things. And so, again, it's not that we're trying to hold things back from you all, but you know, we know the waiting's the hardest part, and we want you guys to know about the stuff that we've been working on as soon as we can too. So. We will keep trying to tell you as much as we can, as soon as we can, and giving those of us whose such jobs are to keep those things coming out when they're supposed to keep them on edge and you know, keep the defibrillator busy.
See, all these people want to beat the snot out of each other. Duel. All right.
A dueling system.
Dueling system, apparently.
Maybe we should look into a dueling system.
Yeah. All right.
Apparently,
We'll
people like
consider
to fight each other in our game.
Yeah.
Dueling would be cool.
Yeah.
So just tell them that we will be at San Diego Comic-Con again this year.
We will be at San Diego Comic-Con. We will be at E3
We'll have a
this year.
brand new hands-on demo.
Yeah, we'll have new demos at E3 and at San Diego Comic-Con, and as well as Fanfare. So if y'all can make it out to Fanfare, it's a great time. There'll be some great panels. I'm unfortunately unable to make it, but Jens will be there as well as some of the other design folks there to answer your questions. And I have to say, having done you know, just a few of the fan events, it's always great to meet everybody and talk to them about the game. We really are players. We really this is something that we really put a lot of value into and want to deliver a great experience for you guys.
You
So
can tell them that we don't know right now about Gamescom, but if we come to Europe, it'll be at Gamescom, but we just don't know right now.
yeah, Debbie Sue says we don't know about Gamescom.
But we won't be in Denmark that I know of.
Oh, I'd like why?
What?
Oh!
Why do you hate the Danes?
There's
All right,
so many
somebody
great
wanted a
trademark
shout
names
out.
that I
Let's
could
give
say.
a shout out to Soul Scare.
Oh, he wanted that was his
Happy?
shout out.
Yeah.
When is SOE Fanfare? That's July 7th through 9th in Vegas, baby Vegas.
At the Bally Hotel.
Soul
Soul
Scare.
Scare. Woo!
Not Soul Star, Soul Scare.
Are you ever going to expand the bank?
Oh, somebody asked about Marketplace too. Marketplace, please. So, yes.
We'd like to do a marketplace.
The bank is,
Well, they were asking about, I think, bank and storage.
yeah. We can look at that.
Mhm.
The number is not fixed. It's more interface than anything else.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those things. Some of those are some of those issues are, you know, how do we do that in a way that that you can navigate easily and everything. But we have seen the requests and we'll try and look at that as well. You know, I know there's been some things about deletable items and things like that, and I've been asking around about those things too. So the general idea of, hey, we'd like more space to put our stuff. We like that you like the stuff that we give you, and we'd like you to have space to store all that. So we'll continue to look at that.
We have talked about buying tickets for Vault. No real solid information on that, but we have talked about it.
Yeah.
It's possible. So I see that spamming a lot too. So just wanted-
Secret identities, Jens. Apparently only you can talk about secret identities.
I can't.
They want to know what your secret identity
It's
is.
coming soon. No, I'm kidding. Just wanted to say soon again. So Secret ID is really on the shelf for right now. We're still looking at things we could do with it, but we just have a lot of bigger fish to fry right now with the launch title and some of the other stuff that we're working on. And you know, it's certainly a cool idea, and we liked exploring it. It wasn't something we could manage at launch,
Right.
and you know, we had
There's
to
a
make
lot
some,
of cool stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we've bounced around a ton of cool ideas. Again, we need to make sure that we give you the best quality experience for now. There's tons of features that we'd love to sort of drop everything and give you, but we've got to give each feature its due. make sure that we give it to you in a way that really pays off on that idea. And Secret Idea is a big idea that has lots of ins and outs that we want to make sure that we do that in a meaningful way for the game that we've made.
There's somebody asking over and over if we play the game. Yes, we do play the game. We actually play the game a lot internally. It's part of our actually weekly ritual. Twice a week, we make sure the whole team is playing the game for a little while. And we also have our own characters on our own servers. I spend a lot of time at home, my personal time playing the game. I have a few level 30 characters on various servers. PvP being one of them. So I'm not going to tell you which one. Or
No. I'm not giving away PvP names to get. Maybe schooled,
but yeah, we're playing the game. We're in the level loop and the end game loop, just like you guys are. You know, it's really important to us to experience what you guys are experiencing. So, you know, we share some of the same enjoyment of the game and some of the same frustrations. So we're very much aware of what you guys want to fix, and we're trying to fix things as fast as we possibly can.
Yep, completely agree. And I think, you know, if you are able to attend any of the events, whether that's Comic-Con, E3, or something like Fanfare, it's a great place to really talk to the developers, and we love to be able to talk to you in a space where it really is one-on-one. We can talk to you face-to-face, and I think that's where, you know, we've been able to talk to people and they've seen that we're not really blowing smoke. We really do play this game. We really do love this game, and we want it to be everything that you guys want it to be. So we hope that we continue to deliver on that. What?
Somebody's saying Ice is broken, Ice needs a buff. I play Ice. Ice is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why you think Ice is broken, but I'd love to hear about it on the forums. So guys, come by. If we didn't answer your questions, you know, if there's something you sort of want to bring up with your friends or with us, you know, the forums are the place to reach us. So please come check us out on the forums, and you know, we're getting on there a lot more now since the crunch to launch has lightened up here in those.
We were pushing really hard. There were some questions about how we were held back from posting on the forums, and that wasn't the case at all. I think just making sure that we got the game out and making sure that we got a head start on all the updates just kept us from being able to give those things the attention that they needed. And we're trying to make sure that we do that. And we really do want to listen to you, and we really want to do make this the best game that we can. So,
all right, are we good?
Are we clear?
Good.
How long do we have till out? Give me a 3-second window, because I just want to give them a little.
You better do it right now.
Scroll that window down. Scroll that window down.
You better do it right now.
Scroll that window down.
No, you're already there. You're good.
Go
closer. You can see it on the right.
A little right. Oh, that was enough.
Heart attack.
That was enough.
Oh man.